Good morning, y'all, and welcome back to Family Farms. We have so much to do today. It's not even funny. So first off, I'll start off by saying Justin is working late again today, and so it's only about 9 o'clock right now. But so it's about 9 a.m. and Justin will not be back. I just dropped some jelly off my toast. Anyways, it's about 9 a.m. right now, and Justin will not be back until dark, which is around, 8 p.m. or later. So, but in this time, I not only have to do all the normal house mom stuff, but I also have to build a new door for this, which means I need to measure this area and make sure that I am purchasing enough lumber to cover this. And make sure we have a door tall enough to where our chickens, who are all still locked up in their new Smurf house, all locked up still in there, making sure that they understand that that is home, that's where they return to, all that. But once they are released, that they can't fly out because the new girls have already been on the door, and we don't want them getting out and wanting Rory to get them or any other predators. So let's get to measuring. So from outside of post to outside of post, that is 52 inches, which I guess makes me a little curious why we had such trouble getting our 4 foot by 4 foot coop into the thing. But this post leans outward, so the bottom is definitely in a bit more. So we're gonna have to account for that somehow. I'm probably gonna have this swing inward, but that poses the issue of how are we gonna attach the latch and me still be able to reach in and unlatch it to be able to get in and out, or to get in. Because right now, you have to really kind of pick that up to get any sort of good distance there. So I don't know, but 52 inches is the span that I need to do, and I might end up reusing this top brace, maybe the bottom brace, to make the door a little bit more sturdy. But we'll see. Let's get inside. Got to get Oliver dressed for the day and head out to Home Depot, so that way we can get the extra 2x2s and get to building. But not only do we have to build that door and get it put on today, but I also have a lot of stuff to do in the garden. I need to pot up our citronella and lemon balm that I purchased a while back, because they're still just kind of hanging out, sitting in other pots on our porch. I want to get them potted up so that way they are taken care of. But also, I've got a lot of pruning to do on my tomatoes. They are just doing great and growing amazing, but I'm worried about not enough air circulation getting around them. So I need to go in and prune those. But in doing that, I probably also want to save a couple of those cuttings and make a couple more tomato plants to give away to some people. I've got some family and friends that have gardens or want gardens, and right now in our area, a lot of people still haven't started their garden yet. A lot of people around here wait until Mother's Day to plant their garden, so we still have about 2 weeks before other people are going to start gardens. So if I get those cuttings done, rooted, and established, then I can give those away as presents, and I think that would be wonderful. I was saying this is it's a bit much. So if we want to make sure that they're going to get enough airflow and not going to get any disease, I need to come in here and prune off some of this. This is a whole nother plant. So I need to prune some of that back and make sure I'm opening up enough airflow so that these don't get diseased. Okay, so the plan is to attach these 2x4s to the T-post using U-bolts. I've got them up there. I'll pop in a little clip, but attach them to the T-post. That way the door can close up to it and have a nice like full closure, and be on hinges and all that good stuff. We're running into a little bit of a struggle with that, of course. I know I can get the U-bolt in around the T-post up here, but in order for this board to be straight, there's not going to be T-post down there to attach to. So we got to figure that out. And then on this side, there's not really like, well, first off, my struggle here, so I'm going to have to cut that down to size, obviously, but before I can really do much, there's not like a ton of space to be able to attach this and it be flat. So I got some thinking to do real quick. Right now, I'm going to go ahead and take this door panel off of here. It's just held on with zip ties, so I've got a little knife and I'm just going to cut them off. That way, nothing's free roaming in here right now, but I still don't want our dog to get in there, so by taking it off of the hinges, I'll be able to just still set it in front, but move it around as I work. So let's take these zip ties off. And don't judge me, my knife's not the sharpest. I need to sharpen it, but it is what it is. Yes, you can come down. And literally, that was just held on with 2 zip ties. But now I can scoot this over and figure out where I need to drill my holes for the U-bolt to attach this. I've decided that it does have to happen on the outside of the fence. Just because of how this side is, there's not enough space for me to really like, I mean, I guess I could make it work now that I've got, now that I have this cut and I can see, but I'm gonna have to dig out a little bit on the side here so I can get the bottom in, but I could definitely attach the top just fine. It's just gonna be getting that bottom part, but this is a much easier project if I do it here, except when you go to open the door because of the slope. No matter what, I can figure out where I want to drill holes, because then I can just attach it wherever it should be. Shouldn't be too much of a difference. So let's drill some holes. one went in just a little crooked. I hit a hard spot in the wood and it kind of pushed me off to the side. So I just went in a second time and kind of straightened the hole out a little bit. But that's good because it let the hole open up a little bit more. Perfect. All right. Now that I know that this drill bit is the perfect size for this, let's get this other hole drilled. I can't do it. We're gonna drill it first, and then I'll do it. I'm going to have to widen these holes a little bit more so that way this can fit through enough to put the bracket on. Okay, this gets closer the further in it goes. I don't want to lose these pieces. The bolt goes through here. As you see, I've widened this hole a little bit, so next time, I mean, I can't really start it off too much closer, but just because of how the bolt widens, it's like this instead of like this, so it widens as you get to the tips. But this worked perfect. I mean, it's on there secure. You just put this little bar in and tighten these bolts down, and bam, it's attached. The bottom is not attached yet, obviously, but we're gonna do that next, and then we'll be able to put hinges on the new door once it's framed up and built, and attach it to this board, and the door will have an actual door that opens and closes. No. Y'all, I have the post attached. With this side, because this T-post does lean in, I went ahead and put it inside so that way it's going straight down as much as possible. On the inside, what I did, since I didn't have the T-post to attach it to, I took a little piece of leftover wood from our disassembled pallets and put some holes in it and screwed it on. So that way that is securely anchored. It's going nowhere. But right now we need to take a little lunch break. It's a little chilly outside today, if you can't tell by my red nose. But we need to take a lunch break and get warmed up some, and then I need to start going through and figuring out how I'm gonna build the actual door for this area now that I've got the frame put up. Okay, so we ate a little bit. I've got a pot of coffee brewing, so that'll help me warm up, but I need to get some measurements for the width of this so I know how long to make it. I gotta check height and all that jazz so I can start cutting boards to actually frame out the door, because this, it keeps falling down. There's nothing holding it to. I should probably take the chain that's hanging in over here and attach it for now, because like I came out here and it had fallen down. Before I went back in, it had fallen down, and I don't want anything getting in there and us not knowing about it and it hurting our animals. So we're gonna take care of that. I'm gonna get some measurements and then we're gonna get to cutting again. Let's go. It's not perfect, but it'll keep it from falling down. So. Okay, so 45 across. 62 in height for this post. This one is a little bit taller just because it slants down. So I'm gonna go with the height of this one because this will be the side that the hinge attaches to, and this side will this board's just a little higher. So that is what it is. Okay, so 62 tall, 47 wide. Pray for me, y'all. We've not been the best at building stuff, but to do what we're doing, we have to figure it out. So let's get this done. Sorry about that, y'all. The camera died while I was making that line, so I'm sorry that that cut off a bit abruptly, but we are going to, one, turn these nesting boxes around because I totally forgot to do that today. I'm not sure that the chickens will actually lay eggs while we have them trapped in the coop, but I want to give them the opportunity to do it in the place that they're supposed to. So let's take care of that. One of the other things I'm gonna have to do is shave this off a little bit. Oh, it's just a tiny bit too snug. Go ahead. You are not getting out. But yeah, I'm gonna have to cut this side down a touch and the top, because it is not supposed to be that snug. Now that we have that done, let's go get the boards for the rest of the door project. Y'all, I feel so silly. I thought I was recording and I wasn't. Oh, goodness. So, not entirely sure what got recorded and what didn't, but I got the two sides of the door done, and I also got one of the across supports. So, I'm going to lay that down and we're going to take a look. Okay, so let's measure this, make sure. So just under 47, which is what I wanted. So let's go ahead and use this piece as my template to cut. I'll probably do 2 more braces, just so that way there's one in the middle and everything should hold up nice and sturdy. So let's get that done. See, right there, nice and flush. Okay. Yep. It was a wee bit surprising. Perfect. These two are perfectly even, so I'm going to keep my template here and put this one down here. And take my other piece of board. Don't fall. I bragged about that one cut being so great, and now I can't cut through this. Like, so one, right about there, one. Now what I need to do is drill some pilot holes throughout this, so that way all the screws go in nice and smooth, and then get it all screwed together and fit it to the area and make sure that I didn't just mess up real bad. You have to water.
I'll wash some upstairs. So I'm in the board. So I'm in the line.
I'm not happy that that split, but it is what it is. This is one big door. Like, I'm about 5'2.5", and so is this. Let's get it down and figure out if it fits. So here we have it. It's looking pretty good. Like, it should do exactly what we need it to. Let's take off this. Let's take off the old door and make sure. All right, so we've got a little bit of gap here, which I think with the latch shouldn't be the worst, but it fits nicely over there, and it fits nicely along here. Like I said, there's a little bit of gap here, which is perfectly fine, because once we add the hinges and everything, I think it's just gonna be perfect, and I'm excited. We're gonna go put this other cross beam in, and we're going to add the chicken wire. Once the chicken wire is done and it's fully closed in, we will attach the hinges and attach it to the frame, and voila, we have a new chicken coop door. Yay! Well, not that you can actually see, but I've got the chicken wire on both. I did have to use an older chicken wire on this side, so it's much more invisible. It's a lot harder to see, but it is all here and attached. And same with this. I rolled the one panel that we had as much as I could, and I was just missing this tiny little square here. So I cut it down to fit just this panel, and then I fitted this panel onto this half. So I believe this will be my top, and then this will be my bottom, just so that way this part matches what's already out there. But yeah, door is finished. All I have to do is attach hinges and attach the hinges to the frame, and we're done with this and on to everything else I have to do today. It would be so much easier if I had an extra pair of hands to help me, but Justin's not here, so I have to make do. Watch me struggle. Enjoy it. In case you're wondering, dropping brass colored nails into molt in my chicken area makes these pretty much invisible. Let's try it out. We'll have to grate this section just a little bit, but it is a lot better than what it was going. If you can hear me and you can hear the wind, I'm sorry, but it is what it is. Sadly, the keys to the shed are up there, and I'll need that to rake and get this situated. But for now, let's go ahead and close this up and put the latch on and call it finished. Well, that kind of stinks. I've got this to deal with, and like there's not enough board to like, I mean, I guess if I put it here, then like that'll just fit there like that. Let me show you close up what I'm dealing with. So we've got this latch and it has to go this way, but like if I put it up here, then I can't open it or close it. But if I put it down here, then I don't have enough space to attach this and get around this. So no matter what, like I have to attach it on the other side, which was kind of what I was trying to avoid a little bit. But thankfully, it's not too high. I'll be able to reach up and over and push the door in. So it'll work. I did it all by myself. Yeah. Victory for the girls. LaBre won. Justin, I love you. Okay, now I'm gonna get those keys and rake a little bit of this so that way that door opens and shuts just a little bit easier. I don't like this. Because something can totally get through there. I'm gonna have to put the door on the other side, aren't I? All this stuff I just did and finished, I'm gonna have to undo it. Sorry for the audio change, but I need to empty out the card on the camera. So here's my phone. Anyways, if you can tell, I kind of switched things around a little bit. It is still going to open to the inside, but it opens the opposite way now. And to solve the problem of getting locked in here, I've attached this little wire to where you can release the lock and be able to get back out. Yeah, so fixed it, did it all by myself, so excited. Okay, so we finished off all of the chicken build things that we needed to accomplish today. Let's just do a quick review of those things and then we can get on to some things that I find just a little bit more fun, like planting up a couple plants and pruning. So let's wrap this up. First, we got the door on. As I just said a moment ago, I've got this little string here to where you can get out once you've got it latched. We had to put the latch this low so that way this bottom corner wouldn't be able to be pushed in. It just needed that extra anchor, lower in order to keep predators from being able to push in from there. Ideally, we would have had it up here to keep little hands from reaching and be able to reach it better without the cord, but it is what it is. We got the hinges on, all's well, and then I went ahead and shaved the top of this down. It's not pretty at all. I used this little tool here and just kind of zipped it across as best as I could. As you can tell, I went a little deeper than I wanted to in a couple areas and then decided to go up. So it's not pretty and it's not painted yet. So I will do that tomorrow. But I also went ahead and shaved the side here. So now this just opens and closes. Ba-bam. I'm gonna start here, cut out, I can see, cut out this and this. And then I'm gonna cut out this. I'm just gonna take it and put it in some water.
There was a bug in it, so I just dropped it in the garden.
Okay. So that's already opened up a lot, but I'm gonna get the other side of this too, and then just repeat the process on this. So
I'm gonna eat a little of this part.
let's see if I can set you up to where you can see. So this looks so much better. There's nice airflow around it, and I'm sure I could prune off more here and there, but I'm really happy with this. And then now I have a bouquet of, the wind. It blew something in mommy's side. But now I have a bouquet of tomato cuttings, and I'm gonna see if I can get them to root in this water. I'll have to go through and clean them up a little bit, make sure no leaves are in the water. But I mean, even if they don't root, I'm gonna really enjoy just the smell of the tomato plant in my house for a little while. I also have a bunch of stuff like discard plants. I can't feed this to the chickens or anything because they can't eat the plant of nightshades, but I'm just gonna let it decompose here and let it be. And it'll get mowed down when we cut the grass, which needs to happen real soon. Real quick. Look at these little flowers. Oh, they're just the most precious thing. This. Ow! Bubby, that's not nice. And there's some right there. Those probably could deal with a little bit of pruning, but it's not anything that needs to happen right now. I probably need to get a tomato cage around that one. It's getting a wee tall, and the winds have been a bit brutal this weekend. So we'll probably pull out some tomato cages soon and get those supported. All right, y'all. I think that concludes it for today's video. I am still going to go through and clean up a little bit of the foliage on this. I just realized this one had flowers on it. Oh well, it needed to be pruned. Anyways, but I am gonna go ahead and clean up a little bit of this foliage to make sure that it doesn't mess up the water, and if it is gonna get established roots, then I can. I'll probably leave it out here on the back porch just because it'll get about the same light as it does in the garden, and let it keep growing without me having to put up a grow light or any of that. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please be sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more content. Also, join back in. Right now we're posting 3 videos a week. So we're doing Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So join back in for the next video. I hope you've had a wonderful day, and now it's time to finish this up and wrap it up so I can start dinner and have that ready in a little bit, and make sure little man is all ready for bedtime by time Justin gets home, so we can go through our bedtime routines and get everyone settled for the night. Have a great day. Bye.